Hi everyone, it's Tiff here, one of your student content creators, and today I want to talk with you about the cost of living crisis. Now, I know everything's a bit difficult at the moment, especially for students. Prices are going up, things are getting more expensive, going out's getting a bit more expensive, and students need downtime. Students need to be able to go out and enjoy themselves as well as working hard. And with the way prices are going at the minute, I can see how that can be a bit difficult and worrying for some people. I thought I'd investigate this. I'm a commuting student, I still live in Birmingham, so I'm constantly moving about in between Stoke and Birmingham, and so I was wondering what the price difference was. And so for this comparison, I decided to go for a little afternoon out in Birmingham and in Stoke. In Birmingham I went to the Botanical Gardens, and in Stoke I went to the Trenton Gardens, and so in this video I'll be talking about my experiences at both, breaking the prices down, see what was cheaper where, what was a bit more expensive, and we'll basically see which one was cheaper. So we're going to look at Botanical Gardens first, look at Trenton Gardens second, compare the two and see what we get. In terms of travel in Birmingham, I decided to get a day saver ticket, which means that you can get on any National Express bus how many times a day you want for this set price. Now, at the time of recording, that price was £4. However, since filming, it has now gone up to £4.50 for a day saver ticket, which is only 50p, but you know, 50p every time you go for a day out in Birmingham, that's gonna add up. You know, 50p extra for 7 days would be an extra £3.50 a week. That being said, in terms of my travel, it took me 2 buses there and 2 buses back to get to Botanical Gardens from my house. So that means for 4 buses in one day, it only cost me £4.50, which I think is quite good when you think about some other cities. Stuff to do at the Botanical Gardens. You do have to pay for entry, but luckily they do a student discount, and that costs a total of £6.50 each. Included in that price, you get free reign to explore all the gardens, you know, walk around, take in the scenery, take in the natural beauty of it, and explore all the greenhouses and see different plants. My personal favourites were all the aloes and the cacti. I just think they look really cute. They also have a huge playground for the kids, but that does not stop big kids going on it too. Included in the price, you can also go to their butterfly house, where you can get up close and personal with a load of butterflies, and also with this entry fee you get to access the gift shop, which means if you buy something like I did, there is a little bit of an extra cost to your visit. So for me, I picked up a gemstone, which cost me £1.50, and also a cute robin key ring, which cost me £3.95. So for the gift shop, that's £5.45 in total. And that leaves us with the food and drink at the Botanical Gardens. Now they've got a cute little tea room, which I went and had a little snack in. I decided to have a nice scone with jam and clotted cream, which cost me £2.95, and then I had sparkling water, but that cost me £1.60, which for a bottle of water is quite pricey. You should bear in mind that it might be cheaper to take a picnic, because they do allow them in, or get food there, but if you're getting any simple cold drinks, take your own if you can. In total on food and drink I spent £4.55, which when I look at it a bit more closely, I feel like for somewhere like that, that's not a bad price. Looking at all that, the Botanical Gardens in total cost me £21. And for 2 or 3 hours of fun, it is a bit much, but I had a lovely time. It's a lovely place to look around. I would go again. It's perfect for capturing Instagram photos, as it's very scenic, and overall I would pay that to go there again. And as I say, there's ways you could make it cheaper by taking your own food and drink and not buying anything from the gift shop. So Trenton Gardens in Stoke. Like Birmingham, because I was going to the Trenton Gardens from Fenton, I had to take 2 buses there, 2 buses back. Whereas Birmingham's bus prices have had a slight price increase, Stoke's bus fares have come down, and a day ticket is now just £3.50, which I think is an incredible deal. Meaning I got on 4 buses that day, which was my journey there, my journey back, for a total of £3.50. Already saving money and is cheaper compared to Birmingham. In terms of stuff to do at Trenton Gardens, there is far more to do than the Botanical Gardens. And because of this, the entry price is a bit more expensive. You still get a student discount, but that discount still costs you £11.50 entry. Trust me, there's a lot more to do in Trenton Gardens. It's bigger, you could stay all day, you could do it. I only went for an afternoon thing, I only stayed 2 or 3 hours, but you could go there all day and not get bored. There's so much to explore. All the gardens, see all the plants, there's loads of scenic architecture, buildings, statues that you can look at. There's the gorgeous lake that you can look at and walk around. And there's extra things to do and are on offer that is included in that price. You don't have to pay any extra, and that includes some garden games like whatever this game I'm playing is. There's a barefoot walk that you can do, which may get a bit messy, but hey, it's free. And even though I didn't do it on this journey, I have done a barefoot walk before, and I can honestly say it is so fun. So definitely give that a try if it's not too wet and rainy. Like Botanical Gardens, there's a massive playground for kids, which includes this zip wire, which is so fun. And there is even a maze for you to go and get lost in, which has no extra cost to you. You know, these little extra activities means you can make a whole day of going to Trenton Gardens. Now, in terms of food and drink at Trenton Gardens, because it is a type of garden, just like Botanical Gardens, they have loads of tea rooms dotted around. And these tea rooms serve hot drinks, cold drinks, hot food. It is very similar to the Botanical Gardens one, except it is a bit more pricey. But again, as I was only there for the afternoon, I only wanted a little snack, so I went with my go-to scone. However, this cost me £3.50, which is, I think, 55p more than what it was at the Botanical Gardens. But it's huge, it's massive, and so I guess in that sense you're paying for quality, you're paying for more, so that 55p difference isn't that much of a big thing. And then I also went with my go-to sparkling water. However, I thought £1.60 was bad for sparkling water, but this water cost me £2. So again, even if you're okay paying prices for food, drinks, especially cold ones, are a bit over the top in terms of prices. But like Botanical Gardens, you can take your own food and drink in, so that is another way that you can save a little bit of extra money. Botanical Gardens cost me £21 exactly in total, and Trenton Gardens cost me £20.50 in total. So Trenton Gardens is 50p cheaper than Botanical Gardens, which I'm not gonna lie is not a lot, it's 50p. I would say that Trenton Gardens is a lot higher in terms of quality. There's more to do, it's a bit more bougie, it's a lovely scenic place that you could spend all day there, not just an afternoon. And you're saving 50p. It's 50p cheaper. At Botanical Gardens, I started getting a little bit bored, and after 2 or 3 hours I was ready to go. Whereas Trenton Gardens, I could have stayed there all day and still have saved that 50p. So it's definitely worth it. And I know in some cases, Trenton Gardens, the prices were quite high in terms of its entry being £5 more than Botanical Gardens, and its food prices being 95p more expensive. However, don't forget you're saving £1 on travel, and Trenton Gardens does not have a gift shop, so you're not going to be tempted to buy those little extra bits to remember your visit. But again, like I say, at Botanical Gardens, you don't have to buy anything from the gift shop, so the Botanical Gardens could be slightly cheaper. But it all depends on your preference. They're both very good days out, but I would say Trenton Gardens, just because there's more to do and you could spend that little bit longer there. Even if it does come up to be a bit more expensive, that is definitely something to go for. And because it's closer to the uni, you don't have to get a train ticket into Birmingham, so it's a winner really.